week's title is Lessons in Conflict Management from the Prodigal Father. In the parable of the prodigal father, the younger son decided to walk away from home with his share of inheritance. The result was loss and hunger. He was a person propelled by a kind of instant gratification. I want it now. Highly effective leaders identify, understand, and develop swift and smart resolutions to workplace conflicts, most of which demand some level of confrontation. Conflict is a part of life. There is simply no getting away from this fact. As a leader, as a human being, we will face many relational conflicts. And no leadership model exists that will totally eliminate disagreements or clashes of personality. In fact, the tension that comes from conflict can be healthy and beneficial to growth if dealt with correctly. Effective leaders don't ignore conflict. They manage it by creating an environment in which people are enabled to work through relational friction on a one-on-one basis. The question isn't, will I face conflicts, but how can I best manage conflicts when they arise? The younger son managed the conflict through the confidence in his father that he could always return home. What formed this confidence is the knowledge of his own father. How often does our leadership instruct others of the knowledge of the type of person each of us is? What if the father did not go to the field to welcome his younger son? The younger son would have to wear a sorry face among the villagers. The son of a great estate owner would feel humiliated, shamed, and an utter failure. But before the villagers could judge him, the father embraced the son and clothed him. The younger son surrendered his brokenness to the father who had welcomed him and clothed him. We know that a broken item decreases in value, but in the spiritual life, the opposite is true. The more broken we are, the more useful we are in God's kingdom. Since the father himself was broken with the departure of his son, and now his return, he is able to understand and accept the brokenness of the son. Let us now consider the stressed out elder son. The elder son expected that his brother would not return home, and even if he did return, the father would not accept him. But the contrary happens. The younger son not only returns home, but also is welcomed as well. The gap between his own merit and his father's grace to the younger son, his brother, creates stress in the elder son. Many societies operate on the principle of simple reciprocity. As you do unto me, I shall do unto you. The elder son expected that the father had to behave according to the principle of reciprocity. Since the younger son had abandoned the father had to abandon and judge the younger son. The father went contrary to this principle. The father also sets his elder son in the picture of the entire family by saying that his elder son owns whatever he owns. Leadership in various situations is very important. Taking into consideration the personality types of leaders is as important in managing stress and conflict and for pastoral development. Kiersey and Bates used Jungian typology to distinguish between 4 temperaments that impact leadership. They use names of Greek gods to represent each of these types. The Epimethian types are dutiful, traditional, eager to serve and conserve. The Dionysian are engaged, action-oriented, and eager to do something. The Promethean are eager to understand, explain, shape reality, and take pride in personal competence. And the Apollonian are idealistic, empathic, and seeking authenticity. Oswald and Kroger use these temperamental categories to formulate 4 different kinds of church leadership. These are the conserving, saving pastor, or the Epimethian, the action-oriented pastor, or the Dionysian, the Promethean, who is the intellectual, competence-seeking pastor, and the Apollonian, who is the authenticity-seeking, relationship-oriented pastor. The Epimethian church leaders focus on stability and continuity. They are committed to a straightforward faith and down-to-earth rules to sustain and promote that faith. They protect and promote received traditions. They are not interested in change or innovation. They love to build community, foster a sense of loyalty and belonging. They can be trusted for their reliability and efficiency. The Dionysian leaders are action-oriented. They love to make things happen. They make the church alive with lots of activities. They are able to grasp the need of the moment and respond to it. They are flexible and spontaneous and at home with the unpredictable aspects of church life, and they can handle any crisis successfully. They are good at starting new things, many things, but may not be good at seeing them through. The Promethean church leaders are the intellectual, competence-seeking pastors. They are the most academically and intellectually grounded of the 4 personality styles and search for novelty and possibilities. They are visionaries who have a compulsive need to excel. They tend to push their parishioners to go beyond their comfort zones. In pushing the parishioners to make things happen, they may not be that concerned with harmony. While they listen to alternate viewpoints, they do not bother much about reconciling them and would like to push ahead in the direction they set. The Apollonian church leaders are relationship-oriented. They are idealistic and empathetic and score high on interpersonal skills. They can feel the suffering of their flock and love to respond to them with sensitivity. They seek to touch hearts rather than shape minds. They are the quintessential people's pastor, excelling in relational and listening skills, and their capacity to inspire and draw out the best of the parishioners. However, they are not very good at dealing with the down-to-earth aspects of ministry sometimes. A pastor is a manager, and recognizing one style and also how different styles overlap with each other helps in developing self and promoting pastoral work in the manner with which the father dealt with his 2 sons.